Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Now, let me ask this question. That why is it that Moses Wetangula is trying to force things to work the way he wants them to work? Or why is it that Moses Wetangula is trying to impress someone? Why can't he just follow court order? Okay, Moses Wetangula said something yesterday that it is not the duty or the responsibility of court to decide who's the majority and who's the minority, and that is why he called this issue null and void. So today, Wetangula, surprisingly enough, declared once again that the majority are the Kenya Kwanza government and the minority still remains Azimio. Now, this thing is going to cause a lot of problems, and as things stands right now, Moses Wetangula is going to be taken out of office, because you cannot go against the court ruling. Why? Okay, in as much as you are a lawyer, in as much as maybe you are who you think you are, but you can't go against the court order. Court have said this, and then you're taking people back to where the court is saying. Now, the Azimio la Umoja coalition, being led by the rightful majority leader, that is Junet Mohammed, together with the majority whip, that is Millie Odhiambo, have decided to call off all the meeting and they've withdrawn from all the parliament committees, and they are saying that it is going to be messy. It is not going to be business as usual.
The court did not declare any party or coalition of parties as the majority or minority party, and neither did it declare any member of this House as the leader of the majority party nor the leader of the minority party. This addresses the first and second issues. Honorable members, yesterday when all of you submitted, I kept quiet and listened. I implore you also to keep quiet and listen. It's a quid pro quo. Even the Honorable Millie, who raised the issue, is conducting herself like the distinguished lawyer she is, listening quietly. And for us, when we go to court as lawyers, even when the court rules against you, you stand up, bow, and say, I'm much obliged, my lord. Honorable Junet, I've given you your point of order.
Mr. Speaker, I have no intention to speak about your ruling, Mr. Speaker. I want to speak on the matter that is before the House now. Mr. Speaker, under instructions from our parliamentary group, Mr. Speaker, before you put the question, I have been asked to convey to you on the floor of the House that we have withdrawn our members from the House Business Committee, Mr. Speaker. Yes. So it will be a nullity for the House to pass the membership from our side, Mr. Speaker. Now you can consider me as majority or minority, whichever way you can take. Yeah.
Honorable Junet, a question has already been proposed. Yes. Honorable Ichungwa, order. Honorable Ichungwa, I call upon you to reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in reply, let me say the House Business Committee is properly and duly constituted. And with or without the participation of the 4 members of the Azimio coalition, the House Business Committee would sit. And Honorable Speaker, being the chair of the House Business Committee, you will be advising the House Business Committee on when to have our first sitting, hopefully after the adjournment of this House this afternoon, so that we may be able to schedule business that concerns Kenyans. Because, Honorable Speaker, what we have engaged in from yesterday does not concern the people of Kenya who have sent us to represent us in this House. What we have been engaged in, Honorable Speaker, from yesterday up to the drama that you witness now is a drama touching on leadership positions by leaders and leadership positions in the House. But what is more important to all of us, Honorable Speaker, is the leadership positions that have been given to us by the people of our constituencies as their representatives in the House. And that is what we should put ahead of every other consideration. Honorable Speaker, I said it yesterday. The perks of the leader of majority are similar to the perks of the leader of minority. These seats are nothing personal to anybody. Honorable Speaker, even the chairs of committees, Honorable Speaker, the small sitting allowance they get as chairs of committees do not even commensurate with the amount of work that chairs and vice chairs of committees have to put in and the amount of sacrifice that they make, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I really want to implore on all our members, including my brothers and sisters from the Azimio coalition, to put the people that they represent ahead of their own interests as leaders and conduct the business of the House in addressing the pertinent issues that are concerning the people of Kenya today, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, as adherents, as Azimio, we are adherents to the rule of law. And Mr. Speaker, as those who adhere to the rule of law, I want to indicate just that the way you say as lawyers, that we speak as lawyers.
Yes.
I want to indicate that as Azimio, we very respectfully disagree. I will not go to the substance. But we very respectfully disagree with your communication. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say again a philosophy in my local community that says, Ngamatek konyono kwesimeru. When a strong man steps on your mother's pipe, you tell your mother to remove her pipe. That philosophy acted when my mother, in the generation of my mother. In my generation, if Angamatek onyono kwesimeru, you point at the eyes. You point at the eyes of Ngamatek, respectfully. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that today, you are Ngamatek. Ngamatek is the strong man. You are stepping on my mother's toe. But I will respectfully tell you, Mr. Speaker, that I don't agree with you as a strong man, that you are stepping on my mother's toe. And as Azimio, we are going to take further action until you stop stepping on my mother's pipe. And I respectfully, Mr. Speaker, note your communication.
Let's go. Tokani twende bwana, twende. Wakutana vile asubuhi mapema. Twende bwana. Twende baba toshiri bwana. Manda, piga kokodo. Hapa tufanyie. Wala leader hapo. Majority leader. Majority kwa majira hapa. Wewe kuja. Sije kuja ukaya. Hata nyinyi mshukuru mnabadilisha kelele. Hapa ni sasa. Majority leader. Majority kwa majira hapa. Wewe kuja. Sije kuja ukaya. Hata nyinyi mshukuru mnabadilisha kelele. Hapa ni sasa.
But let me tell you something. It is going to be messy. It is going to be noisy. And it's going to have casualties. It's going to have casualties, I can promise you.
We're not the first casualty.
Yeah, and we can see it is getting smelly already. From the way Parliament is being handled, it is getting smelly.
Mwango can see it also.
We don't feel any broad-based arrangement in Parliament.
No,
there is nothing.
And we don't.
Broad-based is in the executive only. Parliament has no broad-based mechanism. We are not there. So, my fellow, with the permission of my fellow colleagues, I have told you, going forward, it's not going to be business as usual.
Correct.
And we have withdrawn our members from the House Business Committee.
Yes.
I am sure they have just said, as many of that opinion are, we will de-whip them if they put them there. They will have their own House Business Committee, their own.
Yes. Which
will also challenge in court, in public, in private, everywhere.
Junet saying that there are going to be casualties. Now, who are these casualties that this guy is talking about? What Wetangula should put into consideration is that he's not the final say. He's just a speaker. He's a speaker of the National Assembly. Are you listening? So I really don't know what to think concerning this, but I just want to give you time at the comment section to also tell me what to think.